Good morning, everybody. I welcome every one of you for this video session. Let us discuss about forced oscillations and resonance. If an oscillator is displaced and then released, it will begin to vibrate. If no more external forces are applied to the system, it is called as a free oscillator. If a force is continually or repeatedly applied to keep the oscillation going, it is called as a forced oscillator. I have taken some of the clippings from the website 7active.in. Let us go into the video session. Let us use the example of simple pendulum to explain forced oscillation. Now we see here is a simple pendulum. When this is released, it oscillates with the natural frequency omega, and the oscillations are termed as free oscillations. These oscillations, they will die out because of the ever-present damping forces. But these oscillations can be maintained using a periodic external force which has a driven frequency equal to omega d. The system now is going to oscillate with the driven frequency and not with the natural frequency, and hence these oscillations are termed as forced oscillations. For forced oscillations and shall derive the expressions for a frequency of forced oscillation. Now we are seeing here a tuning fork, natural frequency of the tuning force. If no external force acts on this system, then the system will execute oscillations of frequency nu naught, called as the natural frequency. These are the oscillations produced under the effect of an external periodic force of frequency other than the natural frequency of the oscillator, and these oscillations are called as forced oscillations. If an external force f of t is applied to a damped oscillator like this, then the force has the expressions f t is equal to f naught cos omega dt. This is taken as equation number 1. Now we are going to explain this using the equation of motion. Here f naught is called as amplitude of external force and omega d is the driven frequency. Now using Newton's second law of motion, we are going to write an equation here. The motion of the particle under the combined action of linear restoring force, damping force and a time-dependent driving force are represented by the equation 1, and this equation is written here m a of t equal to minus x minus kx. This is the restoring force. This one minus bvt is the damping force, and this is the external periodic force we have added here. Now rearrange this equation. This is taken as equation number 2. Now we are going to solve this equation, and we'll get the displacement after the natural oscillation dies out as the answer. This is the value we are going to get as the solution is x of t equal to a cos omega dt, where a is called as the function of the amplitude or function of the forced frequency omega d and the natural frequency omega d. And analysis shows that it is given by this amplitude a is calculated to be equal to f naught divided by m square into omega square minus omega d square plus omega d square b square, the whole power half, that is root of this whole denominator is taken. And tan phi can be derived as minus v naught by omega d x naught, where m is the mass of the particle, v naught velocity of the particle at time t is equal to 0, and x naught displacement of the particle at time t is equal to 0. Omega is the natural frequency. Now this a can be drawn as a graph. For case 1, this is called as small damping driven frequency far from the natural frequency. So this is the condition for small damping. Omega dB is much less than m into omega square minus omega d square. That is, when this is very much lesser, a becomes f naught by m into omega minus omega d square, omega square minus omega d square. The case 2 is driven frequency very close to the natural frequency omega d. So for this case, omega dB is very much greater. So this alone remains. So A is equal to F naught divided by omega dB. This is taken from equation number 3. Now from these expressions, we visualize that the amplitude of vibration, it depends upon the mass continuously, and it continuously decreases as the driving frequency omega d is further increased. Therefore, under the situation, whenever the driving frequency is greater than the natural frequency of the oscillator, then displacement, it lags behind the force by a phase of pi. So altogether, the system works under the external periodic force. The larger the frequency difference, smaller will be the amplitude of the forced oscillation. So the force, it drives the body to vibrate with an external periodic frequency. So altogether, the system works under the external periodic force. The larger the frequency difference, smaller will be the amplitude of the forced oscillation. I thank every one of you for listening this video. Thank you one and all.